Mhm.
Are you starting to see a pickup in women wearing their hair natural? And what is your definition of natural?
Well, the natural thing has been going on for quite some time. I say past, I say about 7 years. I say people have really tra- uh, transitioned from the relaxers to being natural. Um, and what is natural to me is not having any, not having a relaxer and just going, having that natural look, or even if you get it blown out, it doesn't always have to stay curly. You can get it blown out and wear it straight that way. People, yeah, a lot of people are not into relaxers like they used to be.
What is a relaxer?
A relaxer is a chemical that you use to straighten your hair.
And I heard you mention strength earlier when you were talking about a relaxer. How does what should someone do before putting a relaxer? What would you say are like three things that you should definitely look for, do, or check for before you put a new relaxer in your head?
Um, you should check for if there's any abrasions on the scalp, how dry that person's hair is, or how damaged it is.
So abrasions, does that is that like scratches, sores? Is that what that means?
Yeah, scratch. But some people could scratch their hair and make sores in it because if you put a relaxer on top of that, it's gonna burn. So some people have dry hair. Some people's hair is so dry that if they peel it, it's raw up under there. And you have to look for a lot of different things before you put a relaxer in your hair. You don't want to put a relaxer on someone's hair that's damaged. Or if they have a spot in their hair, you might have to go around that spot because, you don't want to put the relaxer on it.
So if you're looking at if you're doing your pre-inspection before you apply relaxer and you see abrasions, do you have to reschedule or do you have to say, all right, this is going to be a bumpy ride. You're gonna feel a couple of burns.
It really depends on what it is. Like they do have different they have sensitive scalp relaxers to use on people's hair that's dry and it doesn't burn as easily. But if you have open sores in your hair, then no, I wouldn't put the relaxer on it that day. I would try an alternative or like a curly style that could kind of like camouflage the new growth. Or if it's I might just have to straighten it with the flat iron. So it just depends on the person and what they're looking for.
And you also mentioned don't apply it like if it's like damaged, right? So what are signs of damage?
Hard hair, you know, you have hair, extremely dry hair, um, hair that is, I don't know if you ever seen someone's hair and is limp. Someone who has long hair, but their hair is just extremely limp and it doesn't move or anything like that. That could be signs of damage. So, mhm. Or you have hair that's short at your scalp, but you have long hair everywhere else. That hair that's short or that broke off spot, that's damage.